Hi everyone, this is Margaret and it is time for a new tutorial, and this one is completely inspired by Selena Gomez's new music video, Come and Get It. I just saw it by mistake actually. Somebody sent me a video and then I clicked on the wrong one and it happened to be hers, and I was like, wow, she looks gorgeous. So that really inspired me. So I thought I would do something that was inspired by Selena Gomez's new look. Well, it's kind of, she's always had this kind of nice, beautiful, flawless look of eyeliner and dark lips and stuff like that. But here's my rendition. So what I did was I did a nice matte coverage on her foundation, and so I'm gonna start off with the eyes. I'm doing the highlighting powder as I usually always do. And so I'm using a very pearlized color. I'm gonna make this more red carpet worthy. Okay, so this is something that, obviously if you're gonna try this look out, to do it if you're going out to a nice club or going out a little bit more to a dressier place. It's not really a daytime look, but I mean, if you could tone it down and wear it daytime, you can certainly do that if you can pull it off. But we're taking a lot of the classic vibes of this look. It's almost like she really sports the eyeliner look big time. So she definitely has a lot of elements of retro in her look. So what I did was, after I did the highlighter, I'm putting actually now like a gold, not really super shiny, but like a goldish tinge, kind of wheat color base with a little bit of shimmer. And I'm just putting that all over her lid. And I'm using a flat brush, as you can see, and I'm just laying down the base of this color. And I'm using this because I'm using the gradation technique of different shading, because really the eyeliner is like the star of the show. So you want to use colors that are more neutral in this, but as well definitely have a glam factor to it. So that's why I'm using the shimmer pearlized highlighter and the shimmer pearlized gold on the lid. And I'm going to definitely emphasize a little bit of the inner crease. Now, I know that with Selena, she goes with a little bit of a heavier inner crease, but I'm going with a touch lighter, because I just think that this is a little bit more realistic, especially if people don't have her type of eyes. I think sometimes too dark on the inner crease can really weigh down the lid a little bit. So I'm using a brownish kind of taupey brown color. And as you see, I'm just going right on the circumference of the middle part of the lid. And I'm taking it all the way around. And this is really just to create more of a sunken feel of the inner lid. Because here, I mean, Karina has very hooded lids, and she's, got more almond shape. So I'm trying to create more of a depth to her inner crease. And I mean, as you can see, she's got very similar eyes to Selena Gomez. They have very similar shape. However, I'm just, like I said, I'm doing a little bit more lighter version. So I'm kind of not trying to take away from the inner, but I'm blending it a little bit so it's not so heavy. And I'm just going to add a little bit more right in the outer middle, just to kind of create a little bit more pull out feel. And as you can see, that's really the base of it. Okay, so now that we got the base of the whole shape and the gradation of the shading, I want to just make sure that we blend it all in. And I really want the brow bone to really pop out, so I'm going to really emphasize on really just allowing the highlight to really support everything. So before I do the eyeliner, I'm going to do the brows, and I think it's really important that we emphasize on structuring the brows as best as possible. She definitely has some strong brows, and so does Karina here. So I'm going to really just go with the darkness of her brows and really give it a nice natural shape, but a very strong shape, and really emphasize the curvature of the arch. So, you want to make sure that if you have thick brows, that you want to definitely keep them groomed, but you don't want to take them down too much, but you want to make sure that they have a nice arch to it. And if you don't have good brows, then definitely draw on, I would suggest powder. Pencils tend to look really waxy, and that's just my opinion, but a powder really will go right onto the skin. And use a good brush that's going to help you create a nice shape. And see, as I'm using the powder, it's really going into the skin, filling in the gaps, and then I'm using my trusty old mustache brush, because I love that for brows. Really, really works well. So I'm going to do the other side. Once I get this going, I want to just make sure that everything is symmetrical and you have a nice balance to the shape of the face with the brows. I think that's really one thing you have to understand is when you do brows, it's not only making the brows look great, but it actually is creating the symmetry of the face. It really creates the nice character of the face as well, and the balance of the eyes and the way it sits on the face. So, a good eyebrow and a bad eyebrow makes a huge difference. So just always make sure you realize that when you're doing the brows, and really visualize it before you start doing it, because you just don't want to willy-nilly just paint brows on your face, or anyone that you're doing makeup on, and just do whatever kind of brow. That's going to really mess up the look. So really visualize exactly how the brow should look, and then go for it. I think that gives you a better roadmap, and it really does. It will make your application look so much better. So now that we're getting, I first basically tried to structure the shape first, and then I'll fill in, and that's what I'm doing right here. So now I'm going to fill in, and I'm going obviously very strong and really arched. So this is really an important step, especially with this whole Selena Gomez video. I think she really did have a very strong brow and strong liner. So now I'm taking a gel liner, and I'm taking my small flat rectangle, with more squared off liner brush. I like this brush a lot. A lot of people don't, but I do. It gives you better coverage, and I wanted to do a stronger line, so I'm using this type of brush to create an even flow, the strong liner. And I'm going right on the lash line. I'm actually kind of hitting into the hair, because I really want this to really support the eye coming from the liner of the natural liner that the eyes have from the lashes. So this is a really nice technique to do, where you start just on the lid before you do any kind of pull out. And you see I'm just lifting the brow highlight bone right there, and just lift it up a little bit, and see, I want to really emphasize a strength in the liner, so I'm going to really add a little bit more depth to it. So now I'm going to match the other side up a little bit more, just to add a little bit more girth to the liner, because I think it's really important that we really emphasize that liner feel. So now I'm going to just kick it out just ever so lightly, not too much, just kick it out, and I'm going to add a little bit more just right here, just going right into the flow. Now, this is a look that I feel if you have certain eyes, you can totally wear this daytime, nighttime, it doesn't matter. It just really makes sure that you wear it like a good pair of jeans. I mean, you really want the eyeliner to be a part of your face. You want it to sit in, and you want to feel comfortable with it. And I think that's the key thing. So see how I'm just ever so lightly just allowing this liner to just pull out just a little bit, and I'm not going for it too intensely, because I just want it to have a little bit of kick out. And this is all, like I said, inspired by Selena Gomez, and her music video, I believe, is called Come and Get It. She looks fantastic. I think she's such a cute girl. It's really, I'm sure, fun to do her makeup. She's got a gorgeous face. She's got this cute, mousy, sexy, cute little look about her. And I think, she'll definitely inspire a lot of people with her look. So that's why I really wanted to do this, because I know that she's definitely going to come back in the scene again. I mean, not that she's ever left, but I think you're going to hear a lot more about her. So I thought this might be a good opportunity to inspire you all and also get a little bit more familiarized with this, because I know she's going to start being exposed everywhere like any artist does when they have a new song or album out. So, but anyway, so here I'm doing a blush, and the blush is a very apricot, kind of warm toasty apricot color, and it has a real warm glow to this color, so that's why I chose this color. There's something about Selena's face. She's got more olivey skin than Karina does, and so she does definitely have a little bit more of that warmth in her skin, the glow, olivey glow. So I wanted to use this color to bring some warmth out into Karina's face, just so you can get an idea. And it's a very similar color that I use on the inner part of the lid. So it kind of all now blends and pulls together, and it's much more cohesive, as if you could see this. And I'm just giving it a nice, just clean finish, and I'm dusting off the fallout powder. And I want to make sure that everything looks really clean and matte. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going underneath the lower lid and right on the lash line, as you can see. And I'm taking the gel liner and I'm emphasizing a little bit more thickness on the outer, as you see that I'm doing right here, and I'm connecting it with the liner on the top. So where I pulled it out just ever so lightly, that triangle point right there, I'm connecting, and then I'm just going right from the outer, and then I'm going right and just stopping right where the lashes start. And this definitely, I think, really signifies, and see how I'm just going to connect the liner, so it just has that little bit of a connection and a pull. This is sort of like if you wanted to also put a little bit more of a name to it. It's like Cleopatra did this, she did it in a much more intense way, but this is a very similar look. So as you notice, I didn't go all the way into the lower liner, into the towards the tear duct area. I just kind of stopped right where the lashes actually start from the inner lower lid. And I'm just going really thick black on the lashes. And you can definitely put false lashes if you're a much more of a thinner lash person. But I mean, I have to be honest with you, Karina's got some super duper abnormally long, thick eyelashes, so I don't think I need to do that. And I'm going right, see how I'm just focusing more on the lower outer lashes. That's where I'm going to put more of the emphasis. Just a little, I'm going to go all the way in, but I'm going to go really much more thick on the outer. And this is what really creates that look. So see, now that we got the eyes done, now we're going to go with the lips. We're going to go with like a burnt umber, sort of like a burnt umber meets ox blood red. And I'm going with a flat color. I'm not going with any super duper creamy, transparent, or any lip gloss. I'm going straight lipstick, and it's pretty matte. And this is what's going to really, I think, tie the whole look together and make it more Selena-esque. And because she really loves her red lipstick as well. She does, I noticed she's been wearing like more nudes and beigey colors, but she really does love her red lips and her dark kind of burnty red terracotta lips. So this is a color that I think is going to be a perfect rendition of what she normally does with this look that she wears. And I love this color too. It's a really great classic color, and it's got a tinge, just a tinge of orange, like a burnt orange in the red. and I love this color because it's very reflective of a little bit of a 90s feel. Like if you look at a lot of old Madonna videos, she wore a lot of this color in the 90s, in a lot of her music videos. So, you know, I really think that look is going to come back in the 90s. The early 90s are going to really come back. And this is very similar to the early 90s look as well. So if you wanted to call it that, you can. And so for me, you know, this is a really important look, not just for the sake that it's Selena Gomez inspired, but it's a look that's going to definitely start coming back, and you'll definitely see this more and more. I think a lot of the Italian fashion shows were doing a lot of this recently, this kind of look with the more 90s feel. So, and they're usually ahead of the curve. So I think that you'll see a lot more of this style coming back more and more and more. So just try and practice. But we're almost there, and if you're interested in learning more techniques and you want to become a makeup artist, or you just want to learn how to do your own makeup, or you want to be certified and really become a master, definitely go and visit my mkcbeautyacademy.com website, www.mkcbeautyacademy.com. You can also take private lessons from me or do a blended class. And there we go. Here is the beautiful Selena inspired Come and Get It music video look that I did for you guys. Stay tuned. Watch if you like more. There's tons more on my channel. And subscribe and share.